Hey everyone, so it's actually a pretty exciting time in Star Citizen right now because the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo actually started today. So there's a lot of exciting things going on. So first of all, it's a free fly, so even if you don't own Star Citizen, you can try it out for the next 2 weeks. And also there's going to be a lot of ships available to try each day, and also they'll all be available to purchase on the RSI website as well. So if you want to check out the expo, I'd recommend you spawn at New Babbage, and then you can just take the trains to the convention center. And there's plenty of signs, so it should be pretty easy to find. Alright, so here you can see some of the standout things of this expo, which are the Mercury Star Runner, which is now available to all owners, and will be featured in the expo, I assume, for everyone to rent and try out later this week. And also the Nomad, which is a new straight-to-flyable ship that they kind of surprised everyone with, and I think we'll actually be able to see that one today. So this expo is very similar to a lot of the previous ones, where you have different manufacturers each day, and they stay there for 2 days, and then after 2 days it goes to a different set of manufacturers. So today and tomorrow it'll be Consolidated Outland, Argo, and Greycat. So those normally wouldn't be the most exciting of manufacturers, but with this new ship that Consolidated Outland released, it's actually pretty cool. Alright, so we have a bit of a map here, and it shows us where all of the displays are going to be. Alright, so I wanted to start out with the more exciting stuff, and right over there you can see the new Nomad. So this is kind of a starter ship. It's a bit in between the actual starter ships and stuff like the Freelancer and Cutlass, and it's a small hauler, but it's got decent combat capabilities as well, because I believe it has 3 size 3 hardpoints. And the actual interesting feature of this ship is it's got this external cargo bay, which holds 24 SU of cargo, which is quite a lot for a ship this size. So I've seen people taking this out, and they can actually fit a rock in here. So this is a great ship for mining possibly, and 24 SU isn't a ton of cargo, but it's a lot better than any ship in this price range. So I've heard a lot of people actually comparing this ship to the Cybertruck, which I think is kind of accurate, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't think it's the best looking ship, but it's got that external bed and it's a very distinctive look, so I kind of see where people are getting that comparison from. So here you can see we've got some cargo bay controls from the interior. And here's what opening and closing the cargo bay looks like from the outside. So you can see it is quite an open cargo bay. And then here we have some of the amenities of the ship. We've got a toilet and looks like a little closet. So that's the entrance we came in over there. And then here's the main living area. So you've got a bed with some stuff, looks like a plant, some books. And wow, we've got some pre-workout. That's very nice that that comes with the ship. We've got quite a large kitchen area. And then here's the cockpit, which is at the front of the ship. So yeah, overall, I'm not sure how I feel about the design of the ship, but it's definitely distinctive, and I think it's actually going to be a pretty good all-arounder ship, and it gives people a nice option to not have to go all the way up to a Cutlass, but still have a lot of capabilities, because you can bring a vehicle with this, whereas you can't with really any of the starter ships, even stuff like the Avenger. So I think this fills a nice gap, and was kind of a nice surprise. And here you can see Consolidated Outland's little description for the ship. Okay, so unfortunately it seems like we're not going to be able to rent the Nomad just yet at this expo, but I believe that all the other ships here you should be able to rent. So here we have the Mustang Gamma, which is the racing variant of the Mustang, and you can just go ahead and hover over it and click that rent button, and then you should be able to have access to it for a day. So just a bit of a tip, if you do plan on playing for both of the days where Consolidated Outland and Argo and Greycat are here, then you might not want to necessarily rent all of the ships at once because you'll only have access to them for 24 hours unless they've changed how that's worked for this expo. I wouldn't rent everything at once. Okay, so then here we have the Mustang Beta. That's a Mustang with the interior. It's meant for light exploration. Okay, so then you can see here we have the Mustang Alpha, which is just the base variant of the Mustang. And then here we have the Mustang Delta, which is the combat variant of the Mustang. You can see its signature rocket pods on its wings right there. Alright, so I came back out into the main hall here now, and off to the sides we've got a few component and weapon showcases. It doesn't look like you're going to be able to rent any of these, but it's kind of cool. It just adds to the atmosphere, as if this were a real ship show and everyone was showing off all their components and stuff. So here we have the Mole, which is a mining ship from Argo. And it looks like you're going to be able to rent this one as well. So if you want to go mining as a group, this is a great ship to do that because it has spots for up to 3 mining operators and 1 pilot. And you can hear in the background, I think, the Argo commercial for the Mole is playing. And then you can also rent the smaller Argo ships, the MPUV and I believe the MPUC over there, which are for carrying cargo and people respectively. Well, and I was kind of mistaken about the weapons. It looks like you're actually going to be able to buy these here, so they're not free to rent like the other stuff. But if you're looking for any of these components, then they're available here to buy right now. Okay, and now I'm going to head downstairs to look at the last few things. And here we have the all-new Greycat ROC. This has been a really popular vehicle lately, and for good reason, because when it does work correctly, you can make a lot of money mining with this vehicle. And it's a lot of fun because you just get to go drive around on the surface of moons. So that's here for you to try out if you haven't tried it out yet, but it's also available to purchase in game now, so this isn't all that big of a deal. Then over here we have the other Greycat vehicle, which is the PTV. This is also available to purchase in game, but if you want to just rent one, then there's no reason not to. Unfortunately, it looks like you can't drive them around though, which actually would have been nice because the expo hall is quite large. There was a lot of running up there to get between the rooms, and now I believe this is going to be one of the last things for today. So this is another Argo ship that will be coming at some point in the future, and this is the Argo SRV, which I believe is kind of a tugboat or tow truck sort of ship. So this is probably going to be a bit between the MPUV and Mole size, just based on that cab. And you can see here, that's the sort of tractor beam for towing other ships or cargo. Alright, and then on the other side of this holographic display hall, we have a much larger ship, the Consolidated Outland Pioneer. So this is going to be a massive ship, and it's going to really change the game once it's implemented because this is actually the base building ship. So you can see it's got these massive, what I believe are going to be VTOL thrusters, because it's designed to, even though it's massive, it's going to land on planets and be able to put down bases. So that's definitely one to look forward to, but just based on how detailed this model looks and the fact that it's going to require base building to be in the game to be useful, it's probably not coming for a long time. Alright, so I think that's all that's here today, and I'm going to be making a video when the next manufacturer comes to the expo hall, and I believe that's going to be Aegis. So there probably won't be anything new for them, but there's a lot of fun ships that they have, so that'll be an interesting one. But overall, this expo is really cool. I think the expo hall is really well done, even if it is a little large, and I'd recommend coming and checking it out yourself, especially the new Nomad, because that's pretty cool. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.